Well, good morning to you and welcome to this morning's reflection. How are you today? I hope that as you have a look ahead to the coming day, that there is something that you anticipate in the day, however small it may be, something that will bring life to your life. Today we're going to be reading Psalm 19, Psalm 19. And again, I am going to read just a short excerpt from it. Day after day takes up the story. Night after night makes known the message. Day after day takes up the story. Night after night makes known the message. The past is not where we live. Those who cling to it, either its joys or its pain, they deny themselves the possibilities of the present moment. At the same time, those who are not nourished by the past deny themselves good measure by which to build a new future. Wherever we are today, the past is some explanation for where we are today. But the past is no reason to continue anything in the present, unless there is still enough energy in it to make what we are doing today necessary and worthwhile. Generation after generation, we tell ourselves the stories of the past, the tasks of the present, and the promises of the future. Each of them is measured by the eternal truths in the human heart, the call of God that rumbles through the world. This tension between past experiences, the wisdom of the ages, and the underlying urgency of now leaves us with the spiritual balancing act of all time. Lord Halifax wrote, "Education is what remains after we have forgotten all that we have been taught." It is the need for change that challenges tradition, and it is tradition that makes change without apocalypse possible. What is left over after the process concludes itself is called life. Balancing the two is like walking a greased tightrope over Niagara Falls. Mary Anton said, "It is not that I belong to the past, but that the past belongs to me." Tradition is the glue of a community. Think about that for a while. To give an example, tradition is what keeps a family coming together year after year on Thanksgiving, when without it, warring brothers and sisters would never want to be in the same room for as long as they live. It keeps us in contact until we are finally ready to discover how much we truly love one another. Change tests tradition. Any tradition that cannot absorb change could not have been tradition in the first place. Things like male dominance, white power, female subordination, those things are not tradition, though many a religious figure will argue that they are. They are simply long-lasting social practices which, based on bad biology, became theology as time went by. These must now give sway to new information and enlightened understanding. Otherwise, bleeding a person would still be basic medical practice, and the sun would still revolve around the earth, and church government would still be the law of the land, because once we thought those things were part of the natural law. To blame God for things of human design, to call revelation what are simply long-lived practices derived on the basis of limited data, is the worst tradition of them all. And so today's activity: start a scrapbook or tradition memoir that explains the traditions you grew up with in your family. Then give the book to your children or your grandchildren, your nieces and your nephews. Give it as a gift for a birthday or a Christmas, so that they can understand the past that belongs to them, that it would feed their future and make it richer and deeper. Amen.